Mheshimiwa Barto seeks to have a cup of tea, and then we can, and the leadership of the area, so that we can address the details of this particular road. Then the question from Dr. Bukose on this road, Talbo Naitiri, Shihendu, all the way to Entebbe. And honorable members, we did provide for funding for this road. What we will be doing as soon as I know the warranties have been signed, the budget has been opened, and we are waiting for the National Treasury to finish loading the IFMI system. We have worked on a timeline which we have discussed with my agencies, with the peers. We have issued formal instructions to the agencies on a very clear timeline on when they should all be advertised, by when should they be evaluated, awarded, the 14 days tender notice to award, the performance guarantee to be issued, and when the road should start. So let me request that allow us to get the loading of all these projects and programs into the IFMI system, and if they are done by next week, you will thereafter see in my government advertisement on all the roads with a very clear roadmap on all the roads in Kenya which are coming into the program to be able to address that. Jack Wabonga on Kwamboka on the 22%, 10% RMLF. We know we did tender for roads. There was then that 10.2% that was stopped by court. The ruling has since happened, and we did agree on the sharing formula. We have since released 35%, which has been basically dispersed. Equally, we did release our money to the county government. I want to assure this House that the balance for the roads that had been tendered is adequate to ensure that all the roads that were tendered through this RMLF by the membership of this House through the constituency programs on all the 22 and 10% will be fully funded. We have adequate funds for that. Let me stop there on that, Mr. Speaker. On the question of the roads in the Horn of Africa, the question from Mbindo in Isiolo, Mandera, Kulamawe, all the way to Samantha, Wajir, Tabaj, and all the way to Ramu at the end of Mandera, and Mandera, of course. Let me confirm, honorable members, that when we came to this House with Supplementary 3, we were unable to onboard the payments of the certificates for what the certificate that had been issued to us because of the budget deficit. I think we wanted to maintain a budget deficit because of the program that will be going significantly to the market, and we didn't want to be seen to be funding our programs on borrowing beyond 4.5% budget deficit. So what did we do? We really begged that allow them to be paid as soon as the budget is approved. The budget has now been released. I did check yesterday with World Bank, or I did have a meeting yesterday with the World Bank, and we'll be making payments on all the sections of these roads where we have got pending bills, because these roads are fully funded either by World Bank, Africa Development Bank, or Arab Bank. With respect to that section in Modogashe Samata, which was an annuity program, in Ramu Mandera, we are working on conversion to do an EPC, and we have enough money on the annuity to be able, we have got annuity 3%. We have got enough funding to be able to convert that section of Modogashe Samata, Ramu Mandera, and be able to do it on an EPC. So Mheshimiwa, we are by this week, and we did actually encourage the contractors on this road. I did call them for a meeting some 4 weeks at the end of June, and told them not to down the tools because we could not pay them on last year's budget because we do not want the budget deficit to go beyond 5%. But we'll be paying them because the funding is ready. We have the money. It's not a cash flow issue. They are fully funded by World Bank, Africa Development Bank, and so on. and we will be getting the contractors back to work if they down their tools, because we have the funding. Ferdinand, Kapkoi, what are we doing on this particular road to ensure that we manage the axle load? That was a supplementary part of your question. I think the first part of the question was the completion of that road. And like I said, honorable members, the point that we've been able to raise money and pay contractors, we can now call the shots. So allow me, Ferdinand, through the speaker, to really call the contractor, and I'm sitting here with my PS, I'm sitting here with one of the DGs, Mangondo, the acting DG for Kera, to call this contractor and basically pay attention to that Kapkoi road and also address that challenge of axle load on some of our roads, including providing signage on the weights that are allowed on every road, because we build the low volume seal roads. But because there wasn't adequate communication and we did not have weigh bridges to basically manage the weights on those roads, a lot of our roads have gone in a state of disrepair. But we are paying attention to that through ensuring that when we build the low volume seal roads, we should have that signage if we are not able to put technology to manage the weights on the various roads to enable us know what are the weights that can be bared by those roads. On Masalani Road, 75% complete with some 5.3 kilometers and done. Again, this is a case of abandonment of work. And like I said, when we owed this contractor so much money, so again, I'll pick it up with my PS and look at that 5.3 kilometers. If there is no budget, we'll make sure we scratch our heads and complete that small section so that there is continuity on that road. So allow us to also look at that Masalani Road and address that undone section. And we'll pay attention to that. Mheshimiwa, you can also, on a one-to-one follow-up with us. With respect to Sotik, Bureti, Cheborge Road, there is a contractor there who has been a bit of a problem. We have some of that contractor to come and talk with us. It's called Q. And we have summoned him. We need to, this road